So, welcome back, my dear students, to my chemistry class. Today, I wish to discuss about the hydrolysis of the salt of a weak acid and a weak base like ammonium acetate, so as to derive the expression for KH, the hydrolysis constant, and also for the expression for the pH of the aqueous solution. I hope that the examination your point, this is a very important derivation. So you study well these steps, various steps involved in this derivation. So typically we can take ammonium acetate as an example of the salt of a weak acid and a weak base, and the typical example is ammonium acetate. So ammonium acetate is any salt can be expressed as made up of two parts, cation and anion, in complete ionized form. So you can write it as CH3 ammonium acetate, that is CH3 COO minus plus NH4 plus. Any salt can be conveniently represented like this, because these are two independent species, cation, anion is cation, this is anion. There are two independent species for any salt. Okay, in the solution, the aqueous solution, we can always write like this manner. There is no need to write in a combined manner. You can separate it like CH3CO minus and NH4 plus as a separate entity. So CH3CO minus plus NH4 plus H2O reversibly gives, okay, this is a salt that reversibly gives the acid and base, that a weak acid and weak base is the CH3 COOH, acetic acid, the weak base, plus ammonium hydroxide, the weak base here. So the product of hydrolysis, or when the ammonium acetate salt, when undergo hydrolysis in water, it produces a weak acid and a weak base. So the equilibrium is a weak acid and a weak base. So I explained that it's a neutral, aqueous solution salt is neutral or nearly neutral. And the KH, expression for KH is equal to concentration of acetic acid, weak acid in equilibrium, into concentration of ammonium hydroxide at equilibrium divided by the concentration of acetate ion at equilibrium, CH3 COO minus at equilibrium, into the concentration of ammonium ion at equilibrium. You know the case of what other salt? The salt of a weak acid and strong base, or in the case of a salt of a strong acid and weak base, any one of the part is there. Okay, because the other part get cancelled. Here all the two cation and anion part is there at the equilibrium. That is the difference in this case. So this is equation number 1. So this is the expression for the hydrolysis constant for this salt. And in addition to this equilibrium, there is the separate equilibrium for weak acid and weak base. So we can consider the equilibrium of the weak acid, that is CH3COH plus H2O. C2O reversibly gives, that is CH3CO minus CH3CO minus plus H3O plus. So the expression is K, the equilibrium constant K, the dissociation constant K. The equilibrium constant is the dissociation constant. The acid K is equal to CH3CO minus, acetate ion at equilibrium, into concentration of H3O plus ion at equilibrium divided by the concentration of undissociated acetic acid. This is equation number 2. Similarly, there is an equilibrium for the weak base, that is ammonium hydroxide. Reversibly gives, there is no need to write H2O there. You simply write, there is no need to add H2O. Ammonium hydroxide in the presence of water gives ammonium ion plus OH minus. So the equilibrium constant Kb, the dissociation constant, that is the equilibrium constant is dissociation constant base Kb. So you be careful, there is no need to write H2 here, okay, because H2 is not coming in the expression, no need for that. But here H2, better to write H2. That is NH4 plus into concentration of OH minus at equilibrium divided by the concentration of unionized ammonium hydroxide. It's equation number 3. So we have 3 such equilibrium constant KH, hydrolysis constant of the salt, dissociation constant of the weak acid, dissociation constant of the weak base, and we have finally the ionic product of water. Ionic product of water. We have the ionic product of water, KW. KW is equal to H3O plus into OH minus in water. This is equation number 4. Okay. So, the case of aqueous system, there is always a common equilibrium, that is a KH2 reversibly gives H2 plus H2 giving H3O plus plus OH minus, and we have KW, that is H3O plus into OH minus, that is 4. Then divide equation 4 by, okay, equation 2 into 3. I am writing this side, equation 4 divided by equation 2 and 3. So you are right. That is equal to, that is KW by KA by KB. That is equal to H3O plus into OH minus divided by Ka. This is the question. CH3 COO minus into H3O plus divided by CH3COH comes in this side. Okay, CH3COOH. Okay. So it comes in this side. That divided by KB. KB is NH4 plus into OH minus divided by NH4OH comes to this side. So we have the expression, that is CH3, okay, what I cancel H3O plus, cancelled, OH minus and get cancelled. So we have the equation, that is KW by K into KB is equal to CH3 COOH into ammonium hydroxide NH4OH concentration divided by the concentration acetate ion CH3 CO minus into the concentration of ammonium ion. Look here, that is equal to KH. That is equal to KH. Now we have the expression. Now go to this. So we have the expression, that is KH, that is KH is equal to KW divided by the what divided by KA KB. So this is the expression for KH. The hydrolysis constant KH of a weak acid and a weak base, that KH is equal to ionic product of water divided by Ka into Kb. Okay, Ka into Kb, that's the denominator, Kw is the numerator. Kw divided by Ka Kb, where K is the dissociation constant of weak acid and Kb is the dissociation constant of the weak base. So that is a situation. Then we have to consider this equilibrium. Consider this equilibrium of this sort. We have C moles per liter initial concentration of ammonium acetate And before hydrolysis, we have zero concentration of acetate ion and zero concentration of ammonium hydroxide. Let alpha be the degree of dissociation. Let alpha be the degree of dissociation. That means that 1 mole acetate and 1 mole ammonium ion gives 1 mole of acetic acid and 1 mole of ammonium hydroxide. Therefore, X or alpha mole of acetate ion combines with alpha moles of ammonium ion to gives alpha moles of acetic acid and alpha moles of ammonium hydroxide. Therefore, C alpha gives C alpha moles of acetate ion and C alpha moles of ammonia ions react to gives C alpha mole of acetic acid and C alpha moles of ammonium hydroxide. Suppose C is the initial concentration. C is the initial concentration. We have C minus C alpha. Here also C minus C alpha. So C is the initial concentration of the salt. We have C moles of acetate ion and C moles per liter of the salt. We have C minus C alpha moles of acetate ion and the C minus C alpha moles of ammonium ion gives C alpha mole of acetic acid and C alpha mole of ammonium hydroxide. That is equal to C into 1 minus alpha mole of acetate and C into 1 minus alpha moles of ammonium hydroxide react to give C alpha mole of acetic acid and C alpha moles of acetate ion. So at equilibrium we have KH. The KH is, the KH of the salt is. So we have KH, acetic acid concentration C alpha into ammonium hydroxide concentration C alpha divided by acetate ion concentration is C into 1 minus alpha into ammonium hydroxide concentration C into 1 minus alpha. So we have the equation C square alpha square by C square 1 minus alpha the whole square. So we have alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha the whole square. So we have the expression for KH is, for this salt KH is equal to C, that is alpha square by 1 minus alpha the whole square, that is the KH. So we have the situation that is put here, that is therefore we have, and comparing alpha is very much smaller than 1 minus, so we can neglect alpha in the denominators. Therefore KH is equal to alpha square. Therefore alpha is equal to square root of KH. That is equal to, therefore alpha is equal to square root of KW by KK. So this is expression for the degree of hydrolysis. The degree of the hydrolysis of a weak acid and a weak base. So the degree of hydrolysis of the salt of a weak acid and a weak base like ammonia acetate is square root of Kw by Ka Kb. Okay. So square root of Kw divided by Ka Kb. So we have the expression like this. Then we have to pass on to the pH. We have to pass on to the expression for pH of a solution. pH of the solution. Consider the case consider the case. In this equilibrium we have the weak acid, that is an equilibrium. The weak acid and equilibrium, that is CH3 COOH undergo equilibrium, is an equilibrium there, H2 giving CH3 COO minus plus H3O plus. So in aqueous system the weak acid has an equilibrium like this. Therefore the K, equilibrium constant K is equal to CH3 COOO minus into H3O plus divided by concentration of unionized acetic acid. Okay, this is a constant. So this is equilibrium. So K is like this. Therefore we have the equation. Therefore we find out H3O plus. Therefore the concentration of H3O plus ion is Ka into CH3COH. What is acetic acid divided by the concentration of acetate ion. This is the situation. So, the case of a salt of weak acid and a weak base like ammonium acetate, the concentration of acetic acid at equilibrium is C alpha. That is equal for Ka into that is concentration acetic acid is C alpha or Cx or C alpha divided by the concentration of CH3CO minus acetate ion is, in this case, that is, look here, there is acetate ion is C into 1 minus alpha. That is C into 1 minus alpha. So C into 1 minus alpha. That is equal to K into alpha by 1 minus alpha. This is the situation. Alpha by 1 minus alpha. But you know that what is alpha? But already we know that is alpha square. We have derived the expression. Formally we have seen that is KH is alpha square. Alpha square. That is, we have the expression that is KH is alpha square by 1 minus alpha the whole square. We have the expression like this. Okay. We have already derived the expression KH is equal to alpha square by 1 minus alpha the whole square. Therefore, this term is square root. Therefore, square root of KH is equal to square root of alpha square by. Okay, square root of KH is alpha square, alpha by 1 minus alpha. So, what I wish to say is that alpha by, that is, therefore we can write what I wish to, since KH is this, therefore alpha by 1 minus alpha is equal to square root of KH. Square root of KH. So you can write this. So we have the expression that is H3O plus concentration is equal to Ka into alpha by 1 minus alpha is square root of KH. Square root of KH. So this expression. So now we got expression as, that is, the case of the salt, we have the expression that is H3O plus. Concentration of hydrogen ion of such a salt is equal to Ka into square root of KH. That is equal to Ka into Kw divided by Kb. That is equal to square root of okay, this equation of Kw Ka by Kb. Solving mathematical work, numerical work. On carrying out Ka into square root of Ka divided by square root of Ka into square root of Ka. So they get cancelled. So we have the expression. So this get cancelled, square root of K into square root of Ka, it cancels. So we have square root of K here. So Kw into square root of Ka by Kb. So we have the expression like this. KH H3O plus is like this. So taking the logarithm, take logarithm on the right and left and right side, log H3O plus to the base 10 is equal to log square root of kW Ka by Kb. So this expression, okay, the base 10. That is equal to logarithm of this H3O plus the base 10 is pH. That is pH is equal to okay. We can take okay. Taking minus. Okay, minus logarithm, sorry. So minus logarithm on the left and right side. So pH is equal to minus, okay, half, square root of this term half into minus log base 10 into Kw into Ka by Kb as such this expression. So you have to expand this expression, that is equal to half into minus log Kw to the base 10 minus log Ka to the base 10 minus log, okay, minus, okay, minus this expression divided by, so minus plus, the other expression we are taking logarithm. When we taking this minus log, this is denominator, okay, so we have this already minus plus log minus log 1 by kb is a plus log kb to the base 10, so this expression, so that is equal to half into minus log kw equal to pkw minus log Ka is pKa plus log Kb is minus pKb, because minus log Kb is pKb, therefore we have minus pKb, and this is 14, so we have half into 14 plus pKa minus pKb, that is equal to 7 plus half into pKa minus pKb. So we have the expression for pH. So we have the expression for pH of a salt. The pH of such a salt is weak acid and the weak base. Such a salt now become equal to the pH of the pH, and the expression for pH, pH of a weak acid and a weak base, salt of weak acid and weak base in aqueous solution is 7 plus half into pKa minus pKb. So please memorize this equation. So that is all. Hope you have followed various steps involved in it. Okay. So we have 3 different types of salt. One is salt of a weak acid against a strong base like ammonium. Okay, salt of a weak acid, sodium acetate. Okay, so weak acid against strong base like a sodium acetate, we have an expression for KH. And second, we have an expression for KH for second category, that is a strong acid against weak base like ammonium chloride, expression is there. And finally, we have the sort of weak acid and weak base, expression for KH and pH. So, you have to study 3 salts, 3 expression for KH and 3 expression for pH. Okay, 3 expression for KH, 3 expression for pH. You can memorize that equation. That is given as a diagram, box diagram in the book, in your book. So please go through it. So please go through the test. You have to please go through that test like this. Okay. That is salt of a weak acid and strong base like a sodium state, sodium carbonate, etc. That is okay. Expression for KH is there, and the last expression for pH is there. Similarly, salt of a strong acid and a weak base like ammonium chloride, the expression for KH, that is Kw by Kb, former is Kw by Ka, okay, and that expression is there, degree with respect to degree hydrolysis, and second is pH, okay, and finally this salt, okay. You please go through this. I hope that you can follow this. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have discussed all the three cases of the degree of hydrolysis. Next, I wish to give you about a term in connection with the ionic equilibria, the pH, that is buffer index of a buffer solution. Buffer index. That I already mentioned in my last class. Okay, I already mentioned in another class, in connection with the ionic equilibrium, we have buffer solution, a solution which have reserved acidity or alkalinity, or which does not change in the pH by the addition of an acid or a base into it, or there is buffer solution is a solution which have a reserved acidity or alkalinity, or which resists the change in pH even by the addition of an acid and base into it. And we have two types of buffer, acidic buffer and a basic buffer. The example is sodium acetate and a mixture of acetic acid and sodium acetate is an acidic buffer with a pH about 4.5 something. And we have a basic buffer like a mixture of ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride with a pH about 9 point something. Okay, and I have already explained the mechanism. And how we have to explain the mechanism that I already discussed. And there is an index called a buffer index. Buffer index. The buffer capacity or buffer index of a buffer solution is defined as a differential ratio. It is a differential ratio. Beta, buffer index beta. Buffer index beta of a buffer solution is a differential ratio which is defined as the ratio of the increment of the acid or base added to the variation in the pH, added in the buffer to the variation in the pH of the solution. It is a ratio of the differential amount of the acid or base added in the buffer to the corresponding variation or change in the pH. Suppose dB is a small change small increment of the base that is added, and the corresponding change in pH is dpH, and similarly dA is a small amount of the acid, increment of the acid that is added, corresponding which there is a change in pH dpH. Then we have a beta buffer index. Beta is equal to dB by dpH. This ratio is always a positive quantity. This ratio dB divided by dpH. So that is it's a differential ratio. That is defined as the ratio of the increment of the base or acid added to the variation in the pH. Okay. So it is a ratio of the amount of the acid or base added to the corresponding difference in the pH produced in the buffer, that dB by dpH. dB by dpH is called beta, the buffer index, where dB is the amount of the base that is added, or small increment of the base added, and dpH is the corresponding change in the pH, differential in the pH, or it is equal to minus dA by dpH. If acid is added, this. And in order to make this quantity positive, we have to put a negative sign in the case of an acid. Okay, that is all. So, to make it positive is always a positive quantity, since you have to put a negative sign here. That is to make it positive. Okay. That's it is a mathematical term only. Anyway, it is a positive quantity. So, the buffer index is a quantity that represents the buffer capacity of a buffer solution, or it indicates the residual acidity or alkalinity of the solution. It's a buffer capacity, and it is defined. It indicates the minimum amount of the acid or base that required to change the pH. Okay, the minimum amount of acid or base that required to change the pH. Otherwise, it is a measure of the buffer capacity, and is defined as the differential ratio or the increment of the small increment of the acid or alkali added to the corresponding difference in the pH produced, that dV by dpH. Okay, again, beta is equal to dV by dpH, or is equal to dA by dpH, where dA or dV is the small amount of alkali or acid that is required is added, and dpH is the corresponding variation in the pH. Then next, finally, next we have to discuss about that's two other concepts in connection with ionic equilibrium, that is the common ion effect and solubility product. That is a useful application, that the theoretical aspects has found immense application in our analytical chemistry or analysis, especially in qualitative analysis. What is common ion effect and what is solubility product of a salt. These two theoretical subjects has an immense application in our qualitative analysis, because the precipitation and the analysis of the cation, various cation, as in the respective groups. For that, this is employed. So next class, I wish to discuss about these two aspects: the common ion effect, the definition with example, and the solubility products, a definition and mathematical expression and with example, and the application of these two in the qualitative analysis or the mixture salt analysis, the mixture analysis of the salt from the solution. So we can discuss that aspect in another class. Okay, thank you very much for following my class. Time being, I am going to wind up the class.